Good morning. It is April 10th, I think. Saturday. Might be the 11th, I don't know. Like I said, I'm bad at the days these days. So, it's a beautiful morning out here, minus the train, but I do like trains, so that's a plus. Very angry bird or something out there. Past couple days, well, I've been feeling sick, actually. No fever, just digestive issues, stomach issues mainly, random feelings of being flush here and there, but mostly in like my stomach, abdomen area. Um, Other than that, I've had just mild fatigue, bordering on severe sometimes. Moments of feeling like I'm going to pass out. Last night I fell asleep extremely early because of fatigue and just general feeling of malaise or whatever that is. Uh, so that wasn't fun. And I'm just still kind of reeling from that for the past few days. But I feel decent this morning, enough so that I wanted to come outside and enjoy the morning and its beauty. Um, it is often extremely relaxing to be out here, not just in the morning, but almost any time during the day, just because of the amount of wildlife. Right now, the sun is still rising, and it's one of my favorite times of the morning. Well, my favorite time of the day is both sunrise and sunset, and right now it's one of those times. So I'm going to be witnessing that. Maybe go for a walk, then come back, go sit down, and go about my day. So, update on the guitar stuff. I think I've narrowed it down to two options. So, I've been a long time Telecaster lover, big fan of Fender, big fan of like just anything tele shaped, Schecter, things like that. But I've also been a huge fan of Gretsch, PRS as well. Okay, to start with, PRS. So it took me a while to own one, like completely. I ended up having the PRS Mark Holcomb signature for just a little bit, but I traded that back in so that I could get a Telecaster or Baja Tele, which I did enjoy more, I'm not going to lie. Just because for what I wanted at the time, it was wonderful. But not too long ago, but before I moved out here, I found a PRS S2 standard single cut satin. I don't know the whole name of it, but it's a single cut S2 with the satin finish. And I bought that, and made payments on it, but whatever. I absolutely fell in love with that guitar. See, I played it a bit with rehearsals, and then I played it a bit just at home. And, I really liked it. But what really got me was when I was at home and just noodling around. It was like the perfect guitar for that. I picked it up, I felt inspired, it was comfortable, everything was where it needed to be, the tones were what I wanted them to be, which were big, fat, chunky, with a lot of nice clean tones if I needed it, but that nasty, saturated, awesome goodness that you kind of expect from like a metal-ish hard rock tone. Like think, Breaking Benjamin, Deftones, Chevelle, things like that. That was the tone that I got, and I loved it. So that was inspiring, and I was like, you know what? I don't know why I didn't give PRS another chance earlier. So while I was looking for my guitars, I was looking to get another one, and I was looking at a PRS baritone. It's an SC277, and I found one on Sweetwater for like $678 or something like that. And I was thinking, you know what, since Will and I are going to eventually be doing a band thing again, or even just me on my own, baritone would be pretty cool. I've always wanted one. I've had one in the past, and one of my ultimate regrets was selling it. So now might be the time, especially since I found one for a good price. So that's an option. It's maybe I'll post a picture of it here if I figure out the editing of that. Bloop. But the other option was Gretsch. So Gretsch guitars have been one of the more odd, I guess, looking, but also really classy, really punk rock, rockabilly kind of looking guitars that I've always liked for a long time. Well, I've always had a thing with, I guess, non-traditional looking guitars. I mean, I guess they're pretty traditional, but they're like hot rodded, like, you know, hollow body, semi-hollow body things. People usually take those, which people think are like jazz boxes, and then they rock out with that. And you know, I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's my total aesthetic right there. I totally like that. So I was looking at one a long time ago, and I ended up going to Sam Ash to play one, and I fell in love with it. I don't know the denomination, but if there's a picture and I know how to do it, I'll post it here. If not, well, whatever. I know what I'm talking about with the one I want. I keep forgetting this is just a journal for me, but for any friends or whatever that are watching it, that's the one I want. Anyway, so the Gretsch. I played one, and originally I wanted a blue one, semi-hollow, really awesome. But there was another one that I liked, and it was kind of like a double cut. Think of like a double cut Gibson kind of thing. So I had that kind of shape, like a PRS almost. So I got to play that, and I fell in love with that guitar. It had the gnarliest tones. It was mean, angry, but also still very clear and punchy in all the right ways. And I was like, you know what? Not a lot of people are using these for the style of music that I want to play, that I'm playing. And I'm like, it doesn't really matter, I mean, that other people play it or not, but I like the tone. And I was like, I think it'd be kind of cool to have one and to mess around with, because it was a very inspiring guitar to play. Not only that, it had the neck shape that I really dig, which is a U-shaped neck. And specifically, this is a thin U. So think like Schecter kind of ESP kind of neck. Telly sort of, just not as thick, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I liked it. I loved it. And what's funny about that is I normally wasn't really into red guitars. I mean, I've had red guitars in the past, and funny enough, I've always loved those red guitars. I had a Washburn 7-string that was red, 2 of them in fact, and I loved the crap out of those guitars. I gave one to my friend who ended up burning it for firewood, but whatever, he's kind of he does that kind of stuff. And then I had a Telecaster in Fiesta Red. I regret selling that one too, but I needed the money at the time. Anyway, so I originally wanted like a blue one, or like I don't remember the other color, like gold. There's a burgundy, like deep wine red, and this like gnarly, almost orange red guitar. And I went to Sam Ash to play it, and I was like, you know what, I really dig this guitar. So my other option I was thinking of, you know what, I never owned a Gretsch, maybe I should get one. So we'll see what happens on that. I guess I'll update myself later on and show what I got. So yeah, those are the guitar things. All right, back to less happy fun things. Anxiety has still been awful. There are days that I wake up and, for example, today, I just had that weird light-chested feeling, flutteries in a non-good way, and it wasn't fun. I've had that recently, due to me being paranoid about my health, paranoid about me being sick, paranoid about money and what I'm going to do with my life and things like that, and just all the goings on, causing me to become dissociated, like I was saying last time. And so there is a squirrel jumping around over there, and it's really adorable. Anyway, So it's causing me to feel dissociated with everything, becoming extremely numb. I hate it. Um, I hate it, and I don't like feeling this way. I don't want to feel this way, but I am, and it's an ongoing struggle. Yesterday, because I felt so sick, I became really paranoid, and then it was moments of being paranoid, then moments of being numb, then moments of freaking out, and moments of not caring at all. And that's not a feeling I like to have. But good news is I went on a walk yesterday with my friend Jessica, and her and I just walked around with her dogs, just literally over there, over yonder, and then all the way around, and hung out here for a little bit. And you know what? It was nice. So much so that even though it wasn't that far, I want to do it again because I have gained weight. I sort of feel it on my face, like right here on my, my neck. Thankfully I have the beard to sort of cover it up, but I feel it, not necessarily see it as much, but where I do see it, unfortunately, is like my thighs, and especially like the upper thigh area, and it's horrible because it's uncomfortable. I don't like it, and I need to start working out, or at least going on walks. So that's one of the things I plan on doing. A lot of planning, a lot of not doing, and I need to fix that. I'm waiting for that stimulus check. I know that material things and buying things is only like a temporary thing, but it is kind of exciting in a way to sort of think about, oh, I'll be able to get something new and shiny. So whatever it is that brightens my mood like that, I'll take it for now. I need something. I have been playing a lot of guitar lately and feeling inspired and writing songs here and there, or snippets of riffs that I want to turn into songs. I reached out to a friend that I used to jam with in California to get some of his opinions on it. I'm also working with the drummer I used to jam with in California, who I also game a lot with. And so hopefully I can create something soon, something new. I need to keep going on this. I need to create routines every day, wake up, do something, do this, do that, do this, do that. Structure out my day in some way, even if it's a little bit here and there, just so I have things to look forward to, and I'm not sitting there just twiddling my fingers and going, gee, I don't know what to do, and then overthinking, feeling depressed, becoming numb, getting dissociated, freaking out, being paranoid. I hate it all, and that needs to change. I have until May 4th, for now, crossing my fingers, until all this social distancing stuff kind of sort of comes to an end, though I am not really holding my breath for it. It's not going to just disappear on that day. It's going to be around probably till the end of the year, who knows. But at least it's a little bit of a checkpoint, I guess you could say, something in my head that I can look forward to and think we're getting closer to the point where things are going to be back to normal, let's just say. Whatever normal was, whatever changes that we may see, I don't know. It's a lot of things to think about, and it scares me, frankly, but just kind of roll with the punches at this time. A lesson that I am learning is that I cannot control every aspect of my life. One of my managers at my old job told me something that stuck with me to this very day. And that is, be good at what you can control. And there are aspects in my life that are out of control that I can't do anything about. But there are a lot of things that I can control, including my mood, my emotions, what I do every day for myself, And those are the things that I need to become good at. Those are the things that I need to try to improve daily, because the world around me is going to keep going, and I can be sitting here and being sad and depressed and curl up in a ball, which there will be days that I will do that, but the world doesn't stop just because I'm sad. And sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow, because I sometimes wish that my sadness will change the world around me and make things happier, but no, it doesn't work that way. So I've got a lot of fixing inside that I need to do, a lot of mental spring cleaning, I guess you could say, that I need to do. And well, while the sun rises every day, I might as well continue to go outside and enjoy all of this as much as I can. So until then, until tomorrow, the following day, peace out. This is not actually a sewer, it's just a rain runoff into the creek. Probably from over there. It's really nice though. Supposedly in the summer and spring, I guess, too, little frogs come out, and I think they're called spring peepers or something. Never experienced that. There's also fireflies. Another thing I've never experienced. So I'm excited for that. Let's see what else. There's this little like pond thing, which is cool because little ducks go in there and do duck things. Yeah. That's where I went walking yesterday. All the way out, all the way around, and back home. You know, even something small like this, something that, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people take for granted, means a lot to me. Just being out in this kind of like environment with trees, green, I love it a lot in fact, and I'd love to live somewhere with a big expanse of stuff like this one day. My own yard, a house, a backyard, maybe some land, have a tree house for myself, have a tire swing for myself. Who knows? I don't know what the future brings. It's always fun to think about. Half the fun of life is dreaming and seeing how much of those dreams you can turn into reality.